Hello and welcome to Desperate Dave's Distractions at the end of Virtually Expo 2020. I'm Desperate Dave and this is my flatmate, Mr. Woo. Now, as some of you might know, over the course of the lockdown period, we produced a series of short videos called Desperate Dave's Distractions to distract ourselves from the coronavirus crisis. And we thought what better way to celebrate the end of the UK's first ever Virtually Expo was to rerun or to do a Desperate Dave video. So, Mr. Woo, I thought I might interview you about how you found Virtually Expo. So, Mr. Woo, have you ever been to a games convention before? That's a no. In fact, I don't think he's ever left the house since I've been here. So quite a good opportunity to, if you can't attend in person, to actually watch it, bring the games convention into the room. And did you enjoy the event? I think that's a resounding yes. Yeah, we had a great time, did lots of things. We watched various videos or live streams together, some seminars, some workshops. I also was working during the course of the event for Physical Gaming, with whom I volunteer. We set up a Discord server. You didn't actually get on that Discord server in the end, did you, Mr. Woo? No. But a lot of other people did. And we created a virtual stall and generally demoed and explained a fair bit about different games, particularly dexterity games, because Physical Gaming produces a dexterity game called 4 Elements. So we played a bit of that. Well, I played a bit of that. Don't think you actually played in the end, did you? No. But Mr. Woo did help judge the UK Nationals tournament. So we held the 5th UK Nationals tournament of 4 Elements globally around the world with people playing simultaneously. And we set up an arena here in Physical Gaming headquarters to film and video some of that live from London. So that was good fun and quite different, quite a challenge to do a live tournament on a virtual event with a dexterity game, but it was a good experience and we enjoyed it. What else? I did my first live stream talking about Rockpool, a new game published by Gibson's, my first mainstream published game, and Physical Gaming are hosting that on their website, and also some other games by Gibson's like Quirk and Pixit, Zonkers. So we had the opportunity, since Gibson's weren't able to attend Virtual Expo themselves, we hosted a section on our Discord server, or the Physical Gaming Discord server, to help Gibson's out. Well, what else did we do? Well, we didn't play very many games, so it's probably time we played a game now. Mr. Woo, would you like to play a game? Yeah, okay. A while back, by the way, we did a Desperate Dave's Distractions video about Bez and Stuff By Bez and some of her games, and we got to talk through the name of the game, Blether, which is the longest name of a game in the ever. And in fact, Mr. Woo now features in the name of the game, which is rather amusing. So whilst we were talking about Blether and Wibble and various other games by Bez, we talked also about In a Bind. Now, and we promised we would play In a Bind together, didn't we? Yes. In a Bind, it's its 5th anniversary this year, 5 years since it was first exhibited at UK Games Expo. And it's now being produced as Yogi by Gigamic and being very successful. But for this 5th anniversary, we thought we would play it to celebrate it. And seeing as how Bez is very much into red things and wearing red, I thought I'd wear a few red Kaleido cards in her honour. So, shall we play? Mr. Woo's not really into competitive games, so we're going to play a special solo variant that I've developed. So the way we play this is I'll draw a card from the deck of cards. There's a deck with lots of nicely illustrated cards, and each of the cards have instructions on them, such as this card on the top of your head. So Mr. Woo will then try and balance the cards, and we'll see how many he can balance without dropping any. Every time you successfully do one, you can kick this nice red ball to make a nice bell sound. Got the idea? Okay, let's play In a Bind. So for one card to start with, what have we got here? This card touching right ear. Right ear. Go there. Second card. This card touching thumb. Well, Mr. Wu's actually had a bit of an accident. He damaged his thumb when we were jousting a while back. But anyway, I'm sure he can still hold the card there. Excellent. That's 3. This card on right forearm. Right forearm. There we go. That's 4. This card touching pinky. How about over here? That's 5. This card touching left elbow. 6. This card touching left ear. 7. This card on back of right hand. 8. This card touching neck. 9. This card on middle finger. 10. This card on back of left hand. Ooh, it's getting a lot on this hand. 11. This card on right shoulder. 12. This card on left forearm. 13. This card touching nose. You've got a bit of a damaged nose too, don't you, Mr. Wu? Well, that should balance nicely there. What's that, 14? This card touching left elbow. Get this from behind. That's 15. Or was it 16? 15, I think. This card touching left eyebrow. 16. This card on left shoulder. 17. This card covering one eye. 18. This card covering right eyebrow. Oh goodness me, this is getting really hard. What's that, 19 or 20? I can't remember. And ear on shoulder. Ear on shoulder. Mr. Wu, do you think you can try and get your ear down onto the shoulder? Oh no, it's gone horribly wrong. Dearie me, that was a little bit of a disaster. Oh well, we hope you've enjoyed watching and enjoyed Virtually Expo. Thank you, goodbye.